There was a thing today
Yes.
about how pets don't actually make you any happier. You just think that they do when you have one.
Yeah, I like that.
We just talked about that.
Yeah, I do like that. I think it's fascinating.
And also, keeping secrets make you feel alive.
But they have to be, but only good secrets. Not
Even-
Or a
yeah,
lie.
Specifically
Makes you feel
good
like-
secrets if you're hiding like
like
about a pregnancy or engagement or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you're
like
hiding the
surprises.
17 people you murdered, that usually
That might be a
doesn't-
bad
That might
idea.
weigh on you a little bit.
It might weigh on you, but maybe
Yeah.
if you've reached the stage where you've murdered 17, then maybe keeping it a secret makes you happy.
I mean, if you've reached the stage where you've murdered 17, you have to keep that a secret, or else.
Yes. If
You'll be
Rachel,
in jail.
if
Worse
you
if you let
murder,
it out, yeah.
you murder one person intentionally, I think you want to keep it a secret.
Yes,
So the
sure.
number is really irrelevant, I think.
You can
At
try.
some point
it doesn't
in-
often stay
Well,
a secret. I don't think.
At some point, the amount of bad secrets you're holding in, holding them in outweighs letting them go because the consequences are worse. So,
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Right.
and either way, tell your secrets to Forman. He's a locked vault because he won't remember them either.
That's
No.
a fact.
You can tell them to me, and I don't really even care. Who am I going to tell?
I'll care at the time.
I don't care.
Dave will care enough to make some snide comment about it
Yeah.
and then forget about it.
And then
later.
I'll forget about it.
Just
yeah,
like he
exactly.
forgets your name.
I do. Yes,
He
I do.
won't remember your face.
No.
Oh, we've met before?
Oh, there was a lady that stopped me at Rona the other day. Dave. And she had to say who she was. And I went, oh, yes, Heather. Yes.
Was it Heather that we used to work with?
Not that Heather. Her-
Okay,
I would
good.
know her.
Would you?
Oh, yeah, I would.
I hope so.
Oh,
That's great.
they did. You have a can today.
Oh, you got a bottle opener.
Yeah, cousin was wrong. Oh, are we on?
I have water if anyone cares.
I don't care. Welcome to Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This podcast, by the way, is also available on YouTube because we know there's nothing more entertaining than watching us talk about nothing.
Just sitting here in front of a microphone. You
That's
can look
right.
at the junk on Dave's shelves and
That's
the
right.
inner workings of Foreman's basement. And
I
Rachel looks
see-
very nice.
Foreman still hasn't gotten a lamp for his face, I see.
No. Good thing it's sunny out from this window.
You really need something to light your face. You look
I don't have a lamp for
gray
my
and
face either.
blurry.
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
Ugh.
Let's begin with something that's happened recently in my household.
Okay. You've had a lot of commotion in your household with the renovations and all
I've had
kinds
some
of
work
stuff
done
going
here
on.
and that
New
kind of
driver. You got
stuff.
lots
yeah.
going on.
Well, that new driver has informed us that she also has something else new.
Uh-oh. What is it? Oh.
She informed us that, and it takes her forever to get, to come forth with the information. It's funny because 90% of the time she doesn't want to spend any time with us.
Okay.
We eat together, and then as soon as she's done, see ya. I'm gone to my room.
Without saying see ya.
Yeah, I don't really want to be here. I'll just disappear and go back to where I want to be or whatever.
Right.
And then, I go to school and I work and, are we eating together again? Okay, if I have to. So when
Sorry,
she
I got to
stays,
pick Roxy up. She's really needing my attention right now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So she stayed after dinner one night last week and stayed. And then it became obvious she wanted to tell us something.
Oh.
And so we were like, well,
Because you thought,
is it,
why are you still
what's-
here?
Is something happening at school? No, it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
Well, then
Oh.
why don't you tell us? And she
Good.
just smiles and
Should I take a sip and leave this in my mouth until you reveal what this is?
Charlotte is a boyfriend.
Did it take her as... Oh,
Charlotte
a
is a
boyfriend. Oh, boy. Little baby Charlotte has
I
a
know,
boyfriend.
I know. And listen,
Wow.
Where does he live?
Yeah,
well,
who is
no,
he?
we're not going
Who
to, I'm
is
not,
this guy?
I am not, and I will go further in the story here, but I don't want to, one of the first things that Charlotte said to me after telling us, yes, I have a boyfriend, and who is he? Where did you meet him? Well, we go through all of the regular stuff. She was like, "You gonna talk about this in your podcast?"
Yes, I am.
And I said,
Absolutely.
Well, probably. I don't know if I'll do it right away.
Charlotte, I'm recording this conversation.
Yeah. So in fairness to her, I'm going to keep some of the names. I will withhold names of the innocent because
my God, imagine if we were still on the radio. This would be a daily update.
Oh,
Charlotte's boy, like
well,
I would ask for updates every day.
I don't know about that.
She's lucky we only have a podcast now.
Yeah, what I really want to talk about is that as a parent, and I don't know how other parents react to finding out that news. I would say that I was pretty sure when she was like, "Well, it's not bad news." I pretty much figured it out. She's going to tell us that she's met someone.
Okay.
And sure enough, I was right.
Is this a boy at school?
Again, to protect the innocent, I am not revealing any of that information.
Sure.
I got to give the kids.
He doesn't consent to being on a podcast.
and I got to give my daughter some source of privacy.
Okay,
This is more about how mom and dad reacted to the news.
All right.
I really am curious about how mom
actually?
reacted.
Well, mom didn't react.
I'm more curious about how dad reacted.
Well, mom didn't react not particularly well. I don't think she's overly surprised, as I'm not overly surprised either. I mean, it's one of those things, though, as a parent, some parents might go, "Oh, isn't that great?" I would say overwhelmingly that was not the reaction in the house.
You don't say.
That news was revealed. So I don't know, and I'm not suggesting that, we didn't rain down, what? We weren't shocked or anything, right? We were, this is one of those things where, she's 16, almost 17 years old. We've gotten this far. Do we really need to go? Can't we just keep going the way we're going? Can't we just keep it the way it is
forever?
Yes.
Just be single.
It was fine the way it was, wasn't it? Why do we have to? Why did this have to happen? But of course, these are the things that
life happens. And to play devil's advocate, if she was, say 10 years from now and had never had a boyfriend, you might also, or a girlfriend, whatever, or a partner. If she never had a partner, you might also wonder, well, why hadn't she had a partner, in this time or whatever, has she never had anyone? Like I don't want her to be alone. You might be, you might be wondering. I mean, this is the first one, so it's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
And she's telling you, which is a pleasant surprise.
Well, because, and then,
it seems like she waited to the last minute.
The reason she's telling us is then the next night she stayed a little later for dinner, and then Hamden Hot, and again, and we're like, "Is it school? What's going on? What's happening?" And it's not bad news, and it's we're gonna go out on like a date,
on a date,
and we're like,
okay.
Well, it's all starting to make sense because they probably. We're mom and dad are the last ones to know. Basically, is what I'm saying.
If she could have figured out how to still go on that date without telling you, then she absolutely would not have told you.
Yes, that's what I think.
You know why you were the last to know? Because she knew you would react the way you reacted.
Well, we didn't really react in a bad way. I mean, I it didn't really. It wasn't a negative. It just wasn't. It just was.
I wasn't ready for that.
The conversation afterwards between mom and dad was more, well, I guess that was bound to happen. Yes. I wish.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't have to happen, but
I can imagine that's a shock.
Bound to happen. You guys both have two girls, so get set on your mark.
And you know what?
How are you gonna feel, Forman, when you get that?
As a dad,
yeah. When that 10-year-old you're looking at dinner, maybe later tonight, give her another
6 more years.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years, and she says, "Dad."
I don't know. I'll let you know if I still have a public forum to display my feelings in 10 years.
Oh, well, you know what? My daughter, Kendall, who is 6, has a boyfriend. now. This
Yeah.
is actually her second boyfriend.
Okay.
She's 6 and she's at 2.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's very excited about it. Her first boyfriend was her best friend, who she's known since they were babies. And so they always just said, well, mostly Kendall said, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And he was just like, yeah,
Sure, whatever.
sure. And so
Yeah.
then she came home recently and said, well, we broke up. And I said, oh, that's too bad, but we're still best friends. I said, okay, well, that's good. And she said, but now I'm with this new boy. And I
With
said,
him.
this new boy is my boyfriend, she said. And I said, because I don't want to name names. And I said, oh, okay. So now we have a new boy. She's like, yes. And she has maintained she doesn't want to have children. She wants to have 10 dogs.
Oh.
And I said, well, that's a lot of dogs.
It
I
is
said,
a lot of dogs. It's
you don't
very
have
much.
to have children. I said, that's your choice, because that was a concern with for her for a while. She said, do I have to have children, Mom? And I said, no, that's
not.
your choice. You can do what you want. And she goes, okay, I don't want to have children. I'm going to have 10 dogs. So then now she has this new boyfriend, but the boyfriend wants to have children.
That'll
that's a
cause a problem down the road.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's thought long and hard about it in grade 1.
yes, grade 1. So I was actually talking with his mom, and I said, so they're boyfriend and girlfriend now. She said, yes, I heard that. I said, well, Kendall says she wants 10 dogs and no kids. And his mom said, well, actually, he is really dead set on being a dad, because he always talks about being a dad eventually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she said he has
Sit him
actually
down with
had
me.
us...
Send him over to see me.
Yeah.
I can
After
fix some
3
of that
kids.
problem.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's actually had them measure his bedroom to make sure that a crib could fit in his bedroom. And he has asked his parents to buy wood so that they can build a bedroom for his wife in the basement.
I see.
So-
Good.
Wow.
That's nice. That's
And
nice.
I thought,
Thinking
actually,
ahead.
that's a good deal.
Thinking
As the
ahead.
wife, like,
Thinking
I'll
ahead.
just live in the basement and you'll take the kid. Fine.
Sure.
So then I mentioned that to Kendall, and I said, he wants to have kids. And she goes, Mom, what do you do when you don't want to have kids, but your husband does? And I said, well, you might have to find a new husband because that's an issue.
Okay.
So now they've decided they're going to have 2 kids and 3 dogs. That's
two
now
and
been the
okay.
compromise.
It's not bad.
So it's
Not bad.
still happening
Okay.
for now.
This is are you having fun here? This isn't the real deal.
I'm not-
Or-
yeah, this is
it's not the
not-
real deal, right? So
No.
that's a cute little story, but it doesn't solve my problem. Thanks for the
No.
cute story.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you still have a real boyfriend to contend with. So
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
And
Have
let's
you
all-
met him? Have you met him yet?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
do you like him? Or he's fine?
Did Jana have to check him out of the hospital after that meeting?
No.
You know
No.
who's going to
We
beat him
weren't-
up? It's not Dave.
Yeah, no, it's a long story.
Not beat him up,
I
but
would
be
maybe I'll
intimidating.
share more of our first meeting with the boyfriend at another
Oh,
time, because
okay.
it would
All right.
it might take a little too long, but it
Does the
seemed
boyfriend know you have a
seemed
podcast?
fine. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh,
That
okay. You don't
I
know
haven't
when
a-
he knows.
I haven't asked that question.
Sure. Okay.
He may know now. This is due to underwhelming demand, which is so difficult to say.
Yes, it is.
The podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman.
That
which-
Dave does not realize isn't live, and we could have done that again, but
I-
we'll leave it in.
Yeah, leave it in. I don't care. I really don't care.
We're live to
Um,
tape, and we do not care if you hear our mess ups.
Yeah, that's part of the
Not
deal
really.
here. And this fine podcast is brought to you today by Melissa V. Melissa V.
Yes. Melissa V. You might remember her from before. She was a sponsor earlier, Melissa V Photography. She's
Mhm.
rebranded as Melissa V, and she's offering photography, and also wedding planning if you need some help wedding planning. She's got kind of a double business there. She actually emailed me a while ago and said somebody from was listening to the podcast, and they were catching up on episodes because these are in forever. You know, we don't take out the ads. And
Right.
so they contacted her because they heard about her through us.
Nice.
So thank you
Perfect.
very much for
Perfect,
giving our
perfect.
sponsors some love, because we love them. And if you do too, that would be great. Melissa
Hey, she's creating
is
and
offering,
capturing life's best moments, and she has introductory pricing and great deals on wedding planning and coordinating packages.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Forman,
I need a
I don't
wedding
know if
planner.
you've read all of this, but
Yes,
not
I know
only-
exactly
no-
what you're about to bring up.
not only wedding, but family and equine photography. That's right.
Oh, Mom.
boy.
She will get your family sitting on a horse.
Good thing that she says she's based in Belmont, but happy to travel all over Ontario, Mom.
All the way up to Ottawa. I think it's time for new pictures of Windsor because your mom did have a photo shoot with Windsor.
Why? Has it been 3 months already?
Wow. Can we?
Has she
can
done
we?
a photo shoot with you yet, Foreman?
Yeah. Can we arrange
No.
for you and Windsor in the same photo?
No.
Why?
Even any horse. I'd be happy to see you on any horse. Maybe you should go with Melissa one time.
She can't
When she
even.
does
The
her
only
equine-
pictures I see lately are, to be honest, are of her injuries because she fell off the horse.
Your
Oh,
mom?
wow. Well, I'm
Or the
sorry. Is she
horse?
all right? Is she
She's
okay?
fine. She'll be fine.
Oh.
But
Okay.
It's-
All right.
Oh, my.
Well,
she's
Well,
had
she
to
fell
take a
off
break.
the horse? Does she still love Windsor more than you now that she's fallen off?
I'll let her and you answer that.
Okay.
So,
Well,
all right.
anyway,
I think
Melissa
that
will-
ship has sailed, or that horse has,
Yeah,
left the pasture.
Yeah.
I
Beat
think
the
out of
something
the,
out of the-
out of the paddock.
that's
yeah.
right. If you have a horse or a stable full of horses, perhaps you want some equine photography. Melissa will do that. She's also doing Christmas minis if you're looking for a photo session for your family, or if you're a couple and you want that before Christmas, she's doing that too. Again, planning services for weddings, all kinds of stuff. You can check out her website at Melissa. Oh, where is it here? I've lost it now. MelissaVPP.com. MelissaVPP.com. She's Melissa VPP on Facebook and Instagram, so you can check her out on both of those social pages. Check out her stuff. She's a great photographer. Honestly, she's really great, and she'll travel to you.
And it's more than, I mean, because the planning is like, she's assisting in all planning components of your wedding from as little as to as much help as you want. And she can
Mhm.
coordinate all the stuff. So if you've done any of the planning already, then the day of, she can step in, help with the finer details, be there to execute all of your plans for you.
Absolutely.
When it comes to weddings, that's handy, to have somebody that looks after all those little details.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Because on your wedding day, you can't be bothered thinking about
You
that.
have a few other things to be busy with.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
right.
I'm just going through her website looking at the newborn photography. Oh, these little
So
babies
cute.
are so cute.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, MelissaVPP.com is her website. You can check her out. And thank you, Melissa, for sponsoring us again.
this is Due to Underwhelming Demand, a podcast that is perfect for your diet because it won't leave you wanting more.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
don't even-
Ozempic of podcasts.
It is the Ozempic of podcast. That's right. I
Wow,
should've said
that's
that.
I like that.
That's even
I like
better.
That
I like
slogan.
that better.
So
I wish
popular
I'd thought
right
of that.
now.
Yeah,
So
the
trendy.
Ozempic of podcast.
I mean, it'll still leave you with Ozempic butt, but either way.
That's
Don't you
right.
get Ozempic face and your face just sags?
I don't know how that works.
Not
What,
really
your
good for you.
face sags and your butt goes flat?
I don't really.
Yeah.
All
Well,
those
I think
things.
it's bad for your
Both?
skin or something. Didn't I hear that?
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but look
Please
it up.
don't. Please don't.
There's no disclaimer going after this episode.
Really sorry I brought any of this up.
No. This is why maybe,
But if
they
you
have
need
that
it-
show, that Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader? Clearly we're not.
We're not.
Oh.
No.
And definitely I am not for sure. Because you know what you do in grade 5? Math
Uh-oh.
is long division.
Oh, boy.
Okay. A long division.
Yeah.
And Harley is in grade 5. And she comes home with these worksheets of long division. And I look at them and it seems slightly familiar. I
Okay.
recognize it as long division. Do I know how to even begin at all? No, not at all. I have no idea what to do. And there
Does
she is
she need
thinking, Dad, can't you help? No, he can't.
Mm-mm.
No.
You know what? They teach math differently now, too. Like, it's not even the same.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
do
I
it the
know.
same way. So
Mhm.
even when we have tried to help Julia with math and we're like, you do this times this and whatever, and you put it, you kind of stack the numbers, right? They don't do, they have boxes or something. I don't know. She's looking at,
Oh yeah,
at
you
us
get
like,
you
I
get
don't get it.
Yeah, you get stuff like that's not what the teacher said, Mom.
Yeah, that's not how we do it.
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm like,
And I
well,
distinctly remember I was in a grade 3-4 split class, and I remember being in grade 3, glancing over on what the grade 4s are doing, and they're starting to get
Mm.
introduced to division in general.
Mhm.
And I'm
Mhm.
thinking, well, that looks terrifying. I have no idea what that is.
mhm.
And now here we are in grade 5 with full long division, and I am completely useless to help Harley. And that is an area that she has needed some help in. Turns out, thank goodness for her, Mom is a freaking genius at long division.
Oh,
Really?
I didn't know.
Ashley knows it all and is
Wow.
so helpful and is going through every question. Like it's like she hasn't missed a beat since grade 5 herself.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Is she like doing long division at work or something? Like, does anyone ever use long division in the real world?
I don't think so. Please feel free to
Some
email
people
us or
do.
leave a comment somewhere.
I certainly don't.
Some people who do, like important things, Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
They
curing
probably
cancer, which is not what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
but some
they
people also
probably
own
do.
graphing calculators and things like that, so
Yes.
you don't
Sure.
have to do it yourself anymore.
Yes.
You don't have to
Yes.
show your
Yes.
work.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Good
true.
grief, do I never want to show my work?
Yeah.
Here's
Good
the
point.
answer. Isn't that good enough?
I think I was so bad at math. There's no way I could help my kid. I'm relying on Jeremy to help our kids with any math homework that they might bring home.
At
Yeah.
this stage of your life, though, don't you wish you were better at math, or you just don't care?
At this stage of my life, I so far haven't needed it. So no, I'm fine.
I liked math. I know that sounds stupid, but it wasn't really, I never found it to be an issue for me. It
Right.
just sort of came to me and I got it. Not perfect. I wasn't, top of the
Yeah.
class or anything, but I never really struggled with it. At one point in my life, I thought, maybe I should be an accountant.
Well,
feel
actually,
like
Jeremy thought the same thing. To
I
be
feel
honest,
like I would have been a decent, boring accountant. I mean, I really do. I feel
no
like that would have
math
been
is.
good.
Oh, sorry, I got the dog here.
Yeah.
It's the only
She's
math
annoying.
I'm generally using. I feel like you're good unless you're in a specific trade. If you can do fractions in halves, quarters, eighths, and
Sure.
16ths, read a measuring tape, and then you can hang anything on any wall.
Right.
And that's pretty much all you need.
Well, yeah.
I
But
use math when I'm baking for measurements and stuff like that.
Well, I didn't think I would need it to chat on the radio, but at one
No.
point, and this is the honest to goodness truth, we would have, radio over the years would have newscasts at the top and the bottom of the hour. And there was a lot of news at one time, and you would have to, we were taught we had a class in college called backtiming, where you had to go backwards
Yeah.
and figure it out. And when you're talking about songs,
Mhm.
and how long is the song? It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So when can I put that song on so that it will time out to
You have
the
to
10
time out to the
to
hour.
the 10
And
o'clock?
then if I'm
news.
supposed to talk after, how
Yes.
long do I really have to talk?
Yes.
So you had to
Yeah.
learn to subtract
True.
and add and do all of that stuff, and you had to do it in the time world, which
Sure.
is not the same as the digital, the tens world, or the
Mhm.
you know what I
Right.
mean?
And then
But
you
you're
got
not
to do
doing long division.
No.
And then you got to do percentages because I forget how much Canadian content is in
Oh,
this
yes.
hour.
You had to know
That's
that.
true, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long division, Ashley's so good at it, not because she's using it in her day-to-day life. It's because she was so bad at it at the same age.
Really? So how is she so good now?
And some corrections might be coming to the story based on her father's
Uh-oh,
point
here
of
she
view
comes.
or her point of view. Not yet, at
Uh-oh.
least. But I
Who's
believe
there?
no one's here yet.
Yeah.
But I believe it would have been grade 5 where Ashley quite literally threw the math homework out the bus window.
Oh, wow.
So she never completed it because she didn't even physically have it with her.
Right. I
to
threw it out
complete.
the window to the
And this went on for long enough that she didn't do it for quite a while. And
Every
then
day she threw it out?
Yes, every day.
Oh, wasn't just one time? I thought maybe she was frustrated one day.
I
And
think
threw
it was
out
a few,
once.
I think it was a few weeks. Again,
Yeah.
the story may be corrected at some point.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. No, I was so bad at math. I had tutors. I just saw every teacher. I was asking everybody I could. I just didn't get it.
Well,
Yeah.
this is what happened as a result that eventually mom and dad and the teacher figured this out
Okay.
to the
She was
point where
throwing
she
it out
was
the window.
forced to sit down for like an hour and a half every night with her father and do long division.
Ooh.
Wow.
Who is that worse for, the kid or dad? Fun fact, it's
Ooh.
dad.
Dad. I would
Yeah.
say dad. For sure, dad.
Yeah.
Yes,
For sure, dad.
That's
absolutely.
true.
And since then, though, it works so well that here she is, many years later, that she hasn't forgotten any of it and is
Good for
so
her.
helpful to Harley.
That's awesome.
Even the new way that they do it.
I
Like, she can
guess.
figure out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seems to be working out well.
Well, good on her parents. I
Yeah.
mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
Way to go, Barry.
To me, yeah, that's That's making what is it? The lemon out of the lemonade out of the
lemon.
the
Yes.
lime or
Yes.
I hate those things. But anyway, yeah, sure.
It's making lemonade out of 2 birds in a hand.
That's right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
In the
Red
bush.
Sky, red
That's
sky
it.
in the morning, make lemonade.
Freezing
Yeah.
rain warning.
Yeah, but I don't think a bird in the hand is good for anyone.
That's
Just
funny.
want to let you guys know that the saying is red sky in the morn.
God.
Yes.
Red sky in the morning.
We know.
Sailor's
Yes.
warning.
No.
We know what it is.
Sailor take heed. Sailor get married.
I asked
I don't know.
I asked
what I used
Lobster
to
Dave in Halifax about
Red
that
sky
saying.
in the morning, beat around the bush. Oops.
Beat around the- yeah, who
He
cares?
just said, I was like, is that saying true? It means sailor take warning? He's like, well, sometimes if the weather works out that way, then people will say, see, I told you.
If it doesn't, they ignore it.
Exactly.
Okay. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast. Thanks, Rach. That sends shivers up your spine. Down is so 2022. We're going up your spine. Okay, no shivers down.
We like to elevate.
Up your spine. Nobody
Like
else. No one else is doing it.
Like a
First.
misplaced epidural.
That's right. Shiver
Okay.
up your spine. Oh,
That would be very bad. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Trust me.
What's the time for now?
But better than not having one, I can confirm that.
Okay.
All right, it's time. What time is it? It's time for Rachel's Fun Facts.
Usually factual, occasionally fun.
It must be because you're already hitting us with some.
Right. You did it as one
Listen,
there.
I've had the epidural and I've not had the epidural, and I can confirm having
What?
one is better than not.
One is better than not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fun fact.
Uh-huh.
Good one.
Yeah.
All right. Are we done? Or do we got more?
The end. Ba-da, ba-da,
Yeah.
ba. Okay.
There's
Did you
more?
know? Did you know? We'll start here because I know I'm a bit delayed here. In Home Alone, the movie, because we're coming up to Christmas, in Home Alone, the movie, the photo of Buzz's girlfriend, remember that? Buzz had a photo in his
Oh,
room of his girlfriend.
Buzz. Woof.
Yeah, woof.
Yeah.
Well, the photo of his girlfriend is actually a picture of a boy in a wig.
Okay.
Was it Buzz in a wig?
I think it's Buzz in a wig, isn't it? I
Might
don't
be
know.
Buzz in a wig. I
Could
don't
be.
know.
I don't know.
Boy,
Okay.
Buzz,
I think I
woof,
knew
yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Woof. Woof.
Okay,
Well, I
another.
don't know who that's fun for.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
Not Bu-
for
I
us,
mean,
'cause
I
we
guess
know it.
just Kevin.
Not Buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Fine. Okay. While rare, speaking of movies, because here's another movie fact. While rare, laughter has actually been the cause of multiple deaths. The last notable case was a man who was in good health but laughed so hard while watching the 1988 comedy movie A Fish Called Wanda. His heart rate rose to an estimated 250 to 500 beats per minute. I don't know, that's quite a span there, leading to a fatal heart attack. The scene, by the way, that actually killed him was when actor Michael Palin gets some French fries stuffed up his nose.
Why?
It's lethally funny.
Yeah, A Fish Called
Well,
Wanda.
well,
I've
find.
actually never seen that movie. I don't
Oh,
think.
it's delightfully funny. It's,
Apparently,
it's
yes.
Very
Be
weird.
careful.
Very weird. Very funny. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. And,
Right. Well, it killed this
you know.
guy.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Which is what a fun fact that is. See the part.
I
of-
mean, it's not too soon. It was years ago.
yeah,
So
I understand that, Rach, and I didn't even know him, so I don't really. Feel
no,
that.
no.
But the fact that you find it fun is what makes me laugh.
Well, it's a comedy.
I don't know why.
Yeah, but it's
Fish Called
death.
Wanda.
I'm,
died.
you know,
I'm just
He
it's
was-
a
he was, and you.
it's a fun fact, but
he
also a
was
cautionary
watching
tale.
the man get French fries shoved up his nose.
Sure.
And it killed him. Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
You got to be careful when you're busting a
I don't-
gut like that.
Yeah. How do you top
Could
that?
really.
How do you top that fun fact? Rach?
That's true. I don't know. I should Probably,
Yeah.
probably should have saved that to the end.
Okay. What do we got
Okay,
now?
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to go out, literally.
Okay, the Constitution of Alabama.
That sounds so f***ing fun.
Constitution of Alabama.
It
All right.
says
Yes.
the Constitution there that idiots are not allowed to vote. I feel like maybe we should be adopting that in other areas.
They're clearly allowed to be voted for.
Yeah,
Ouch.
maybe particularly in Alabama.
Ouch. Ouch.
Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways has a very strict policy for Falcons on their planes. You can only allow 6 Falcons in the cabin. Okay, the others, I guess, would have to go underneath in the storage, and only 1 Falcon per passenger. So you can't bring more than one.
What the hell has happened in their history that required those rules?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
That's what I really want to know. Why do we have all the restrictions on Falcons?
Yeah. Well, I
You know.
mean, they can fly around. That'd
Seems
be
like
annoying, and they poop
Qatar
everywhere.
Airlines used to be a lot more fun.
Maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I don't know which one to do last. I got 2 more here. Well, we'll see.
Choose wisely.
Yes,
No.
please.
Okay, David Bowie, you know him, you love him, had no problems traveling.
Wait a second, he's gone.
I
Rachel.
know, but
You
this
can't,
is
I
a
mean-
fact about him.
Okay,
What,
great.
It's a
what
fact
80s
about-
movie did he watch?
Well,
I'm already now bummed because you brought up David
Okay,
Bowie.
come
It's kind
on,
of
now
sad
just-
that he's gone.
yes,
you know.
fine, but here's a fun fact about David Bowie.
About the fact that he's gone?
No, not the fact that it's just about his life.
Please tell
This
me
was
he
about
wasn't
his
the
life.
guy laughing at the fish called one.
No,
Sure,
that
all
wasn't
right.
him. No.
Okay.
David Bowie had no problem traveling by cabs and subway in New York City because he would just carry a Greek newspaper with him while traveling around to give the impression that he was just a Greek man that looked like David Bowie.
Okay, that's bull. I'm sorry. I call bull on that entire fact.
And he wouldn't be bothered.
I don't think it's anything.
It was part
I
of his
think that's
disguise.
nothing. I'm walking
I
around
mean-
with a Greek newspaper.
So
Come
they think
on.
that I'm a Greek man who happens to resemble
Sorry.
David Bowie.
That's a pile of horse hockey.
If someone starts talking to him, he just holds it up and says,
Yeah. Come on.
No English.
Hey, you
Yeah.
look like David Bowie. No, I don't look. I'm Greek.
Yes, well,
No.
I
hey,
mean,
you
if
said that in English.
If somebody says to you, you look
With a
like David
British
Bowie,
accent.
and you say, no, I'm
Right.
not, they're going to believe
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right.
Last fact here. If
Okay.
you yelled,
I preemptively think you chose wisely.
Yes.
Well,
But we're
I
not
don't know.
done yet.
I
Foreman.
don't know. We'll see. If you yelled at a cup of coffee for 8 years straight, you would produce enough energy to heat it.
See? Don't need a microwave.
Okay. Foreman, everybody else in life
If
has a
you-
microwave except
If
you.
you yelled at a cup of coffee straight for 8 years.
Yeah.
Without stopping.
Yeah. For 8
24
years
hours a day.
Yep. Then
not
you
even-
would produce enough energy to heat it.
Now,
You don't
now,
need electricity, though.
now the David Bowie thing is starting to make sense. This is Due to Underwhelming Demand, a podcast. We are Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the part of the podcast where we read some of your messages to us, which we really, 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 really appreciate.
Yeah.
So if you would like to contact us, there's many ways to do it, including daverachelforman@gmail.com. That's our email address. By the way, shout out to Melissa V, who sponsored the podcast today. So
Again,
Melissa V,
thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
MelissaVPP.com.
Yeah.
Check
Thank
out
you
her
for your
website.
support. And you can buy us copies if you want to go to, what is it, Rachel? Where do you go? Buy me a copy?
It's buymeacoffee.com/underwhelming.
Okay.
And that's our
We just
website
take-
for that.
We just use money from that to keep the podcast going. There are
Yeah.
many expenses that come due all the time.
Replace broken IKEA furniture.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Somebody did buy us
Wishful
five.
thinking.
Five.
Five coffees,
I don't know who
thank
it is.
you.
It just says, "So happy you're back, Rachel. I pay for the cloud, but I don't know a damn thing about it."
Well,
There you
same.
go. Yeah,
Same.
Same.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you
actually-
for
Thank you
buying the
very
coffees.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we have a lot of those type of messages. Like Megan says, "Welcome back." Teresa, welcome back. Forman, you guys are awesome. Graham, welcome back. Barb, welcome back. Kathleen, yay. Edith, welcome back to Ontario. Forman.
Oh, wow.
Mel, yay. The Fantastic Three are back in the same area code. Woot. Wanda
Woot.
says, great news. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Angela, welcome back, Forman and family. Verna, a big welcome back. Megan, welcome back. Teresa, welcome back, Forman. You guys are awesome. There is Janice that says, what? That's awesome. Welcome back, Forman. Stacy says, what? Forman's back in town. Guess I need to listen to find out what he's doing these days now.
Yeah.
And Julie says, an in-person podcast would be amazing.
Yeah. We've discussed that.
know.
We got to
I
figure
don't-
out equipment and all that. The
know.
logistics is the
This is
issue.
as close as I really like to get. Yeah.
sure,
you
because
know.
you're so busy with other things.
I am.
Dave doesn't like to venture south of Fanshawe.
No,
I
he
don't.
doesn't. We'd
I
have to go to
don't. I
his
don't.
house.
I venture nowhere.
There's been some questions, Foreman, and I think we talked about it before about where are you working now? Like you've moved back, but what are you actually doing here?
It's exactly the same thing I was doing before. Still Halifax radio, still looking after music and scheduling and all kinds of other things that go along with that chain of radio stations. And so far, so good.
Yeah, good.
So you're still
Yeah,
working for the
yeah.
same radio station. You're just living here,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It is.
We
Very
can do
nice.
that now.
It's very nice. We can do that now. We
okay.
figured out how to do that during that fun time we called COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Foreman and all the stuff that he loves, I've gotten a couple of messages from different people about, including my mom, actually, Christmas gifts for Foreman.
wow.
And two people have
Really?
sent us, yes, Christmas gifts for Foreman. So if
Wow.
anyone's
Thank you.
looking, I guess, maybe it's for us to
Please.
give to you. Yeah. So the first two, actually, it's two people sent this, is a book called The Joy of Costco.
Off.
It's called The Joy of Costco, a treasure hunt from A to Z.
Who
So that's
wrote
the whole
that?
book.
Who's the author?
I don't
David
know.
and Susan Schwartz.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't know.
good. People who probably go to Costco together and just love their time together.
The joy
What
of
quality
Costco.
time they've spent so much time at Costco. They wrote a book together. And I wonder where you
Mhm.
can buy that book.
Yeah, it's at Costco, in fact. And then
Really?
my own mother sent me a photo on text one day, and she said, "Look, a Christmas gift for Foreman," and it is a puzzle of Costco.
What the? Now that is appropriate.
I would
And
have
it's
just
probably like 3,000 pieces.
yeah, and
And they're all, some
they
are
don't
tiny,
work.
some are
They
huge.
don't work. Yeah, they don't work. They don't even go together. You should.
They
They
don't
do-
go
work
together.
backwards and forwards.
No, they'll go together, and they'll go together well. It's better than IKEA.
You got sweatshirts there now. There's sweatpants that say Kirkland on
Yes,
them. We should
can
get
you the
those for you.
Kirkland
Yes.
sweatsuit.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh,
Who
you'd
would
be
wear that?
so- you'd
Well,
be so
You
cozy.
will if someone buys it for you.
We talked about that one day on the radio, I'm sure. And did not people say to us they sell out? Like,
Yes.
people love that
Can't
stuff.
keep them in stock.
Well, like
I
a,
don't know
a
how.
shirt that says Kirkland across.
Yes.
Why would you
Says
wear that?
Kirkland signature, and
They have
people wear
hats.
it.
No,
They
have
buy
hats.
them.
Yes.
I don't know
Oh.
why.
that is just awful.
Beyond me.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't know.
they're trolling you.
I
They're
know.
Yeah.
they're saying, look at the dumb crap we can come up with, and people are
Yes.
gonna buy it. They're
Absolutely.
gonna buy this stupid crap. Look, we made a book about how stupid we are, and people bought it.
Yes.
They buy everything.
No, when Costco does something for me, they do it very well.
No, and then they purposely don't make enough in stock. So
Well-
as soon as you hear about it and there's a craze, oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
This makes me want to have merch
Okay.
for us.
All right.
What
Calm down.
what
Okay.
stupid
Calm
things
down.
could we sell?
You're not going to get your nap in today,
Anyway.
Foreman, if you don't calm down, okay? All right. You better.
Okay, I've got
Slow
another
down.
message from Chris Walker. She says, moving on from Costco, so glad to hear the three of you again. I've been listening, and I'm so glad Foreman and family are back. Thank you for the entertainment with each new podcast. Still miss you all in the mornings, but still thrilled to be able to listen to you on the podcast. P.S. Love watching the reactions on YouTube too.
Oh.
Yes, you can watch our podcast on YouTube.
That's
if you
right.
like.
Thank you.
You
But
can.
hey, even though I'm physically in Ontario, still, on the radio in Halifax and still bringing some Nova Scotian listeners with us.
Oh, good.
We've got another voice memo to share that I have not heard. Dave has not heard.
I don't know this. I haven't heard.
I
I've
believe
heard it.
Rachel has sampled it.
I've sampled it. Yeah.
But it's once again from Scotty Gavin.
Awesome.
Oh, he's out in Halifax.
He sure is.
Okay.
I
right, I
believe
love it.
East Stewiacke, to be more specific.
East what?
Is that
East
a
what?
town?
Stewiacke.
How do you spell that?
Yeah, it doesn't
Never
matter.
mind.
Stew.
Yeah.
Yak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stewiacke.
Okay.
Okay.
What's
And
Scotty got going on?
Without further ado, I will hit play.
Hey guys, just finished listening to your last episode. Scotty again. You talked about my strong Dartmouth or whatever accent, but it's actually from Prince Edward Island, which is where I'm originally from. So there's a lot of dis, dat, and the other thing. Anyway, the thing you were talking about with the dragging a chain on the ground behind your car, I think they say it's to remove the static electricity from your car, which makes your kids feel sick or whatever. For us, it took our minds off our sick stomach because we were waiting for the sparks off the chain to ignite the leak in the gas tank. Either way, it seemed to work. All right, thanks.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Scotty, we have to have you as a series regular. That's
exactly
hysterical.
what it was.
Very good.
That's right. We were so worried about the car catching fire. No one got sick.
We weren't concentrating on being seasick, car sick.
Yeah.
And now you see how accurate of a show Trailer Park Boys really is.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I get it.
So
now
funny.
I get it.
Thank you so much.